Чернобыльской атомной электростанции произошла авария. Поврежден один из...
The zone. It calls to all of us. That's why you're here, after all. There are many places in the zone, some of which are inhabited by people. You can meet all kinds of souls in such places. All kinds of stories to be told, but only if you're there to listen.
My name is Shay. I've been in the zone for a long time. I run the gun store here in Rostock, the Magdon. Well, I help run it. Me and a few others, including my husband Cola.
Surgeon Mikhail Petrov, pleasure to meet you. And I graduated, top of my class in Moscow State University and have been recruited directly by Kiev officials inside the zone to work as an ecologist surgeon to help stalkers, stay the fuck alive and not die.
Little man, I have seen it all in the zone.
Moi. I guess I could start with the fact that I am Finnish from Finland. That's quite unusual. Lots of people have problems understanding me. And it is annoying.
Absolutely not. Coming here changed my life. There's a lot of things that I absolutely hate that's occurred in my life while I've been here. There's a lot of things that are terrible here. However, I would not be the person I am today if I hadn't come here. There was nothing back home that I would ever want back, really.
What's up? Sure, yeah, go for it. Something I regret, like coming here?
Yeah, do you regret coming here? He said.
No, I don't regret coming here. I wouldn't have met this one if I didn't.
Yes, 100%. Absolutely regret coming into the zone. Absolutely regret freeing everything. I don't know, I fucking hate this place. No, it's just that I absolutely don't go through a day without seeing somebody die and having to bury them, so...
Where do I start? Most days part of me is torn. I mean, I missed the hell out of my coffee. I used to start every morning with my cup of coffee. And damn if I don't miss caffeine. I find these cola cans from time to time and it kind of helps me tip up, but I miss coffee like nothing else. And of course the snow and the sauna. Oh, what I would do for a sauna. I would put a bullet right in your head here if someone could get me sauna.
There's plenty of good stories. Plenty of stories in general. I'm trying to think of one. Which one to tell?
Start by beating me.
It was fairly uneventful. It was fairly uneventful the first time.
What do you mean it was
I met you.
uneventful?
I mean,
the
it was just like
aftermath of
a
that,
normal day. The aftermath was
leading
eventful.
you into knowing how to survive in the zone. You
So
falling.
it was. Yeah, that time that was so funny. Sorry. Okay. It was it had been a day and a half that I'd been in the zone, roughly. On my first day, I had been taken around the zone by a couple of individuals. I had gone basically everywhere. And I only had a white mask, like the paper one, So I had travelled through Darkscape, through Dark Valley, past Junkyard, gone to Garbage, gone, not in this order, but I know I'd gone to Garbage twice. I'd gone to Rostock, then to Yantar, then back to Rostock again. It had just been a day. I'd even ridden in a car at one point because Nico felt very bad for me because I had no idea where I was. So, but yeah, I got stuck and I was just getting my bearings. I knew I needed the gas mask. That was one thing everyone kept on telling me. They're like, "Oh my god, you're absolutely insane. You traveled all the way. You've been to Yantar. You did all this, and you only have that and a standard filter." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. A little bit of blisters here and there, but I mean, it's all right." So I'm at the bar and I'm looking through the catalogue. I turned the person to my side and I said, "What is a good gas mask?" And that was this individual here. He helped me out. He was like, "All right, get this," and I was like, "Okay." It had been his 4th day in the zone. So, and he had been here a bit beforehand, but since coming back, it had been about 4 days. So, ever since, he was like, I said,
Learned. Huh?
everything that I knew back then, until I was a capable guy, I suppose. Yeah, that's how I met him, and he was poised to join duty. When I met him, he was one of their prospects eventually around then, and a lot of
She
things
stole me away.
happened. I did somewhat, you know, once you.
Da, friend. Get plenty of people, especially monolith. It's always, you know, a struggle with them up north, but I think I'm the only person in the zone who has killed faction members of each faction. War with nearly all of them, and I had plenty of executions. The worst is not killing them on the battlefield. That's just something easy. But if clients force an execution, you capture the guy, you torture him to get all the information, and then he begs for his life. He's at your mercy, but you're paid to pull the trigger. Those are always the kids that remember, and that you will for always remember. But of course, I have killed people, I can't count them anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying that there was this one time in the war I was in a post, supposed to spring a trap on a freedom member, but we had kind of sprung it and killed some of the freedoms. But I knew where we were, we knew where they were, it was a stalemate, so I got to talking to a freedom member and he's talking to me about his life, his wishes, and I'm begging him, imploring him. Fucking zone cow, Jesus Christ, it always goes moo at the worst times. What was I saying? Ah yes. This freedom member, he is below me, behind some walls, and he's talking about why he joined. He has this gambling debt or something, and I'm telling him, you know, if you surrender, you'll keep your life, and we can work to save you and, you know, help you get a new life. You don't have to work for freedom for this money that will never come. And he never surrendered, and the hardest part was when I walked forward and had to turn around that corner and pull the trigger. It was the hardest kill I ever had to make. I wonder what I can do to make people surrender sometimes. I mean, some fanatics cannot be stopped, like the seen people who came at me with ice picks only the other day. These people are brainwashed, and freedom are just as bad, I think.
I opened up clinic, you know, wonderful morning. No panic, everybody just waking up in Rostock, having a little bit of breakfast, some coffee, getting their days started out, and someone decided to wake up in the wrong part of Rostock, namely the tunnel, the radiated tunnel. He decided to sleep under the tunnel for the night, and he was running to the clinic with one arm attached to his torso and the other arm, in his one functional arm. His leg falling apart. He was puking all over the place, and whenever he takes a step, his skin's opened up. He started bleeding, and I was like, "What the fuck? Holy shit! What did you do?" And he was like, "I fell asleep in the tunnel." I was like, "All right. For how long?" And he said, "I don't remember." So, I give him, excuse me, I give him a radiation test, and apparently he had 6,000 MSV in his bloodstream.
But if it comes to the closest I have ever been, it was a charge. Duty assaulted our base. We had war back in the day. It was long ago. I was wearing an exosuit myself, and I was wearing even, how to say, artifacts that increased my mobility, that increased my well-being. I was the last man standing. Two duty were rushing me. Back in the day, we used 9x39 armor-piercing ammunition to kill those exoskeletons. When I woke up, I saw both of them dead. I was bleeding fucking heavily. I counted the dents. I was bleeding heavily, and I counted the dents on my armor. 72. Can you imagine? This armor was insane back in the day. The blade carrier was ruined, but the chest piece of the exoskeleton still standing.
And these are just a few stories from the zone. What's your story, Stalker?